Hello, my name's Andee and today for my artist research presentation, I'm going to talk about David Oliveira. An introduction to David Oliveira, he is a sculpture artist that works with wire. He attended Lipson University, and his work centers around complex and accurate sculptures. He was born in 1980 in Lipson, Portugal, and he has tried different genres before sculpture, like graphic artist or engraver medalist. And there are a couple of reasons why he is remarkable, and some of them is for his unique sculptures. The way he's able to create some of his exhibits is a unique way to use wire, and it's all proportionally correct, and it just looks absolutely outstanding. One of those reasons are for his technique, which is he is constantly learning how to do better. So he's always learning which way works best for him. And he was also a leader of the creative modern trend of expression in sculpture. And what makes his work unique is the perspective, because you can look at his wire sculptures in any direction, but if you look at a certain angle, you can definitely tell what it is. So he centers his work around a certain angle to be able to get what to be able to have his audience tell what he wants them to see, which is why sometimes he will use photography to be able to, so that way the audience can see what they want. And his wire sculpture in general, with the technique and everything, is another reason why his work is unique. And the way he's able to use the metal wire, the fact that it's a linear object, he's able to turn that into a 3D. He's basically able to turn into 3D space. For the next piece, some of David Oliveira's selected works, one of them is the tree sculpture, and just looking at it looks absolutely amazing. You can immediately tell that it's supposed to be a tree, and with all the lines are able to use the lines, the metal pieces used in the piece. You're able to immediately tell that there's a lot of dimension going on, and that you can tell somewhat of the texture with the thick lines and all the squiggles. It's able to just create it's able to create an abstract piece that's absolutely beautiful. And the second piece, the loose skin sculpture, you can tell that there is emotion and flow with the piece, and a little bit of texture as well, looking at the hair and just everywhere else on the body. It looks absolutely wonderful. And the last one, the Iberian woman sculpture, even though it, compared to the other two, it looks simple, it's still really beautiful with the lines. The wire used is it it's thicker on the parts that are defined, like the mask, the eyes, eyebrows. Everywhere else is just simplified, and that part is really beautiful. There are a couple of reasons why this particular artist drew what caught my attention, mainly because of his sculpture. I was really fascinated with the fact that he was able to create such beautiful pieces with wire. Looking at the one right here, you can immediately tell it's supposed to be a cat on a chair, but it's just out of lines, just out of metal. And it's really amazing, the fact that you're able to tell what it is with the least amount of detail. There's a lot of detail on the cat, and then there's little detail on the chair, but you can still tell immediately what it's supposed to be. And the perspective of it is absolutely wonderful, and how I love how he did it. And the fact that his pieces are mainly realistic, that's what pulled me to it, because I am mainly a realistic artist, so I love anything realistic. It's mainly my type of art. And in conclusion, and his lasting impact, he was able to use wire that is originally 2D and he turned it into something 3D. And the fact that he used photograph work in his piece, meaning his pieces are mainly used for, I mean, you can see his pieces in many different angles, but sometimes if you just look at it in that one angle, you can tell it looks like a whole different piece. So using a camera to take a shot of that one angle looks perfect. And to this day, he's still trying to learn new ways to incorporate into his work so that way he can learn new ways to create art. And his art is very complex, and you can tell that it's supposed to take a lot of time, and it looks absolutely amazing. And you can tell the amount of dedication he has to do his work.